Welcome back to my channel. I have been serving coffee machine for quite a while now. I've been looking for the past 3 to 4 months to buy something that fits within my budget. Of course, in the industry itself, you have a few brands like Breville. Of course, the home coffee machine is very impressive. That it costs about 2 to 6K for manual or automated. The latest one we went to discover was in Harvey Norman, and the best automated machine that comes with perfect foam and everything is just so perfect, like cafe quality. That machine costs 6,000. But after I have looked around and scouted around in Shopee, Lazada, this is the brand that I come across. One of the reasons why I choose this is because of the pattern and the unique, as I like the temperature behind it. And in Taobao also I saw that a lot of good people give good comment on this, hence I decided to buy this. And in Shopee, previously I wanted to buy that seller is out of stock, so I bought this from Taobao. And now, right now, after my parcel arrived, the coffee machine is available. So it's like, damn. Alright, I bought this DONLIM coffee machine. It's not big and it's not very heavy. Let's do the unboxing that everyone has been asking and killing to die, how this machine performs. Let's do that. They have the manual guide tool over here, and there is a QR code to scan. I'm not too sure what's that. Maybe I should check it out. And it seems like it's warranty, but it doesn't appeal to me because I bought it directly from Taobao. So it's at my own risk. It's properly packed, nicely foam sealed. But the problem is, when I got this whole parcel, they do not have any wrapping or any additional thing. It just comes like a box like that. So do prepare if you're anything which is damaged, but then it seems that it's properly sealed. So this is how it means properly sealed. Oops. And I bought it from Taobao. Of course, the wiring is the China version. You have to buy your own adapter. Theirs is like the 3-point pin, which is quite similar to the Australian one. I think I would have that adapter. I have to go and pick it up later to test this machine. Ooh, and I'm excited. It comes with their measuring cup and the mini temper behind. It's very plasticky, but it's a bit like a solid plastic. So that is for you to scoop your coffee powder. This is for you to temper. And it comes with, this is a temper holder. Ooh, this is a bit heavy. So that's how the temper looks like. It's metal. How do I take that out? I think they have a seal. Yep, you can see this little gap over here, and you need to match back. You need to match back the little seal over here to seal it, lock it. Then it can come out. This is a little thing which is very crucial for the coffee machine, and let's look at the coffee machine. Are you guys ready? Here you go. Bang. Chang, chang, chang. Ooh. Can see the meter over here. I bought this because of this little pressure meter. Pattern a bit. Then they have this holder. Whole thing is actually, this is all plastic, metal. Then it's a bit plasticky. This is like a plastic also, plastic button. Everything is a bit plastic. You can hear the sound. And how do you play this? You just slide it in. This is where the frothing power is. What I see on their YouTube is like, here is 0, is 0. Then you just squeeze it all the way down. That's where I maximize. Then you just pull this frother thing out remember to wash and to get the thing out first. Then that's for you to little control. Always remember, do not use your hand to touch this because it's very very hot, so that's why they have this little handle for you to pull it in and pull it out. Next is behind. This is where the water tank is. So for first time you need to pull this out. Then there is a sticker that protects the whole thing. You just need to pull this. It's like Lego, you just pull it up. See how the mechanical works. It's very plasticky, so you have to handle with care. It's not a metal thing. Then from like this, you pull it up. That's how the water tank is. Then they have the stopper over here. The stopper is to prevent. The stopper, you just need to plug this out for the water flow. There you go. Why is it wet? It seems like I think they test it before they send it over. You see my hand, there's a wet watermark on it. What you need to do now is just to put in water, get the machine running. Are you guys excited? And let's make the first coffee. Let's go. Now, let's test the machine. Are you ready? What you need to do is the water over here. Just slide it in. There's a seal and the gap over here. You just need to fill it in and fill it, then lock it. Yep, there you go. There's a bubble that comes up. Excited about the machine? I prepped all the stuff over here. Let's go. But let's set the machine up first. On. Then you will see that this little blinking green light, it shows that the steamer is warming up or the heater is warming up. You have to wait until it turns green, then only you start brew your coffee. Blinking just now where you see is already on green, no longer blinking, so means now we can do our coffee. Let's go. In order to temp your coffee, you have this little thing. Just temp it. I don't know what's the right amount because I need to start to go and study what is the right amount. There you go. The grind size for this is not correct because this is meant for pouring coffee. So now I got a coffee machine, so the coffee that comes out might be different. Ready? Let's go. What I need to do. So when you put it in, there's always this handle must be at your 8:30 or 9 o'clock kind of direction. Then you put it in, then you just pull it, you fill the gap all the way straight till this match in this method. When I put my hand over here, this whole top is actually a bit hot, not warm, it's a bit hot. Usually it's more like, if you put your hand over here, put it long, I don't think I can put more than 5 seconds. It's gonna warm your skin up. Okay, now that's in already, let's press this button and see how it goes. Okay, a little bit trick of this machine, right? What I found out after I used a few times, in order for you to move back to another cup, it will take quite a while. What you need to do is press the button of espresso. Then what you need to do next is release the steam. So the steam, once it's released, the temperature will drop. You can see the little indicator here. So don't leave it too long like that. You can just off it. Just off it and wait for at least 3 to 5 minutes for this little indicator move all the way to the middle of espresso. That is where you make your second cup of coffee. So the previous time I do 2 to 3 cups in one go of extracting the espresso. Then only I start move to frothing. It's because I find it very tedious to move back and forth. And by the time I do the third glass, I already waited for about 20 to 25 minutes for only 3 glasses. That is where you guys need to plan accordingly once you understand this machine. It's cheap, but it got a lot of limitations. But I got no complaint at all at the moment. After you use for your frothing, the meter, it won't directly go back to the original center of the espresso cup. This is the indicator that it will never meet the straight espresso level. So once you are estimated about this line, the red little line, then you can just press this button to test it out. If the water flows out, means it's working okay. Let's do a espresso. I buy this wooden spoon. It's about 8 grams if it's full. So let's do an estimation. This will be about 4 grams, so I need another 1 full gram for make sure that what I learned in each of the espresso cup is about 11 to 13 grams of coffee powder. Temper. I see a lot of people buy extra, but I didn't buy extra yet, so now is to get to understand the machine first. So what you need to do now is to temper the coffee powder. But what I find it that if you temper in this way, your head might be very fast spoiled. It's because of the pressure that you push it down. Then this is quite plasticky. This whole thing is quite plasticky. So if you press it very often in like this, I worried that it might damage the head. So a lot of barista people, what they do is they put it on the edge like that. They temper it on the side. So what you need to get is like maybe external rubber coffee tempering powder kind of rubber. Okay, so after you temper, make sure that it's solid, it doesn't have any holes. That's what I learned when I was doing a barista that time. So what you need to do next is just put this in, follow, there's a gap over here, push it all the way center 12 o'clock when you match like that, when you match here. So what you need to do next is put an empty glass, press the espresso machine button, then leave it and let it extract. So far I've been using this, the crema is actually very nice. Okay. This machine is not professional series, so the number one main setback is what? After you press the espresso machine button, the usual coffee machine, they will have auto cut off time, but this machine doesn't have. If you press on it, then it will continuously dripping the coffee non-stop until you turn it off. That's number one setback. So you have to bear in mind how long for you to extract the coffee. I usually timing about 8 to 10 seconds. It's because that it's not the professional series. The professional series, the extraction of coffee is in between, if I remember correctly, is in between 12 to 18 seconds. So I just time, because the drip is very fast, so I just time it 10 seconds for my coffee base. One good point about this is you look at the coffee crema. It's got quite a good level of coffee crema, and it's actually quite smooth after extracted it out. Not as much bubble as I anticipated. It's quite a good sign for this, for a simple coffee machine like that. Now, what we need to do next is to do the frothing. In order to do the frothing, you need to press the froth button. There's a little cloud base like that. So you just press this, wait for the temperature all the way, move it onto this level you can see where there's the frothing steam. So once it reached that level, you just start to do your frothing. Any milk will do. You can do it soy milk, low fat milk, or whatever milk you like. So far I've been using Nestle Full Cream Professional Series. It's very hard to find this. It was lucky I got it in a hospital. It's in Penang, so I bought it quite a lot. I bought this at about 580 per box, which is very worth it. Now you can see that the arrow had now changed, reached at the bottom of the steaming. Before you do any frothing, like any professional barista, they usually will have to turn this button to make sure. As you can see just now, there's a water coming out. So the second setback of this machine is to turn the machine into steam. So when they turn the water into steam, there is a water coming out. So you need to turn this button to make sure that it's pure steam like that. Once it's turned into pure steam, it's time for you to do your frothing. So let's do the frothing. I got this 300 ml mug. It's quite a good deal in Shopee also. I'll share more in the link where you can get this. It's actually very cheap. And let's do the steaming. What you need to do the steaming is just turn on this full blast. Then try to make it swirl. Swirl in one direction to get a very good creamy froth. After you do your frothing, the first thing you need to take care is to wipe off this frothing stick. Is to make sure that, because milk, you have to wipe it off first before you pour any milk onto your cup. After you do your frothing, make sure you do it this way, so to show that the milk is not stuck over here. Okay, so this is my froth. You can see there's a lump big like that, means there's a froth on the top. There you go, my latte. My simple glass of latte in the morning, so I don't have to go into any cafe right now where it's MCO or CMCO. I can have my latte at home at the moment. Let's enjoy. Okay, one thing last for you guys before you off the machine is very good. It is very important for two main things that you need to maintain the machine. Even it's cheap, but you need to maintain it. It's not as headache as the professional series. So after you have done your espresso, just take this out. Then what you need to do is you need to wipe the bottom here. Because they have coffee stain, you just need to wipe it off, make sure it's clean, you see. So you need to wipe it clean and properly. Number one insect you will attract is cockroaches. So you don't want cockroach to come over here and just lick off what your coffee is. So number two maintenance is to make sure that you wipe clean off your milk frothing. And then make sure before you're off the machine, you just make sure that the steam can come out correctly. And that is all to take care of this machine. Thanks for watching and see you next.